Do you know there are tribes that are hidden deep in remote corners of the world? They are so uncommon that they defy the imagination. From isolated communities that have never encountered the outside world to groups with unique customs and practices, their existence challenges our understanding of humanity and the diversity of cultures on this planet. Join us as we embark on a journey of discovery, as we unveil these remarkable 15 tribes you won't believe exist, each with a story as fascinating as the next. Number 1. Zulu Tribe. Let's start with the Zulu, one of the best-known African people, famed for their military prowess and feared for a long time over much of the African continent. The Zulu are the descendants of Nguni-speaking people, and their written history can be traced back to the 14th century. In the early 19th century, a young Zulu prince, Shaka, came onto the scene and welded most of the Nguni tribes into the powerful Zulu kingdom. After defeating competing armies and assimilating their people, Shaka established his Zulu nation, forging one of the African continent's mightiest empires. About 9 million Zulu-speaking people live mainly in the KwaZulu-Natal province of South Africa, and while many Zulus still live in traditionally structured rural communities, others have migrated to urban areas. A mixture of traditional and Western ways of life is clearly evident in the lives of almost all Zulu people. The Zulu language is idiomatic and proverbial and is characterized by many cliques. The belief in ancestral spirits, Amadlozi or Abafansi, has always been strong among the Zulu, and they recognize the existence of a supreme being, Umvelinkangi, one who came first, or Unkulunkulu, very big one, as God. Zulus believe in a long life that continues after death, and growing old is seen as a special privilege from the Creator. Elderly people are believed to be sacred and are always respected. Number 2. Tuareg Tribe. The Tuareg are semi-nomadic, which means they roam with their herds seasonally but also have a residential location where they raise food crops. You may be familiar with the habit of males veiling their faces with indigo-dyed blue fabric. They are known as the Blue Men of the Sahara Desert, where many Tuareg live. The Tuareg are considered ancestors of North African Berbers, who originated in Libya's Fezzan region. They then spread into Saharan regions, absorbing indigenous farming communities into their own society. The Tuareg's primary language is Tamashek, which belongs to the Berber language family. They also read Arabic and speak Songhay, Hausa, and French. The Tuareg enjoy proverbs, riddles, mythology, and traditional tales. Animal stories about the jackal, hyena, and rabbit are common in African folklore. Many Tuareg cultures have legends about female ancestors who established customs. Most Tuareg is Muslims, but their traditional beliefs and rituals overlap with Islam. There is a widespread belief in spirits. Most spirits are considered evil and believed to cause illnesses. Some Tuareg perform fortune-telling with cowrie shells, lizards, mirrors, and the Quran. Unlike other Islamic societies, most Tuareg women do not wear veils in public. But as much as they loved their nomadic lifestyle, the Tuareg's fortunes began to change when European explorers showed up, and the French eventually took over their homeland. They say you can't have nice things when colonial powers knock on your door. Despite this, the Tuareg have maintained a unique culture that blends elements of Berber, Arab, and indigenous traditions. The Tuareg are fascinating and complex people, from their language to their folk tales. Number 3. The Maasai Tribe. You've probably seen a video of tall men with red clothes wrapped around them jumping in a dance. They are the Maasai Tribe, well known for their distinctive traditions, customs, and dress. They reside in Kenya and northern Tanzania, near many national game parks in East Africa. Their links to the national parks and reserves have made them known worldwide as one of the foremost African ethnic groups. The Maasai tribe is said to have originated in the lower Nile Valley north of Lake Turkana. They moved south in the 15th century and arrived in the 17th and 18th centuries in the long stem of land running over central Tanzania and northern Kenya. The Maasai were known for their fierce fighting skills, using shields, spears, and clubs, which they called orinka, and can be expertly thrown from up to 70 paces, approximately 100 meters. They raided cattle far across the east at Tanga Coast in Tanzania and were feared by many. The Maasai are traditionalists who have resisted the Kenyan and Tanzanian governments, urging them to adopt a more modern lifestyle. They are monotheistic, and their god is named Engai or Enkai. Their villages are enveloped in a circular fence built by the men to protect their cattle from wild animals. The Maasai people's lifestyle concentrates on their cattle, the primary food source. The measure of a man's wealth is in terms of children and cattle. A man with plenty of cattle but few children is considered poor, and vice versa.